How to find and hire developers for startup. By ProCoders. Whether you're hiring software developers for startup purposes or looking for information on how to find a developer partner for a startup, this guide takes you through your decision-making process in a very specific order. Step 1. Define your scope. Is your upcoming project a high-tech project or a low-tech project? This may seem like an obvious question, but it's one you must answer before you can even begin. How do you answer this question will determine everything about your project. Step 2. Determining the need for a CTO co-founder. Before we can launch into a discussion of how to find a developer partner for a startup, you should ask yourself, do you need one at all? After all, you can find web developers for startups fairly easily, but how to find a developer partner for a startup? Step 3. Define the job. If you're starting up a company, how you structure this first job, the building of your application, will be critical. And also, it's critical you provide your developer team a clear job brief, with as much thought out in advance as possible. Step 4. Define the skill sets you need. Whether you need to find and hire a web developer, software developer, app developer or developer partner, how you do that will be largely determined by the skill sets you need. And now that you know what features you need, you'll be able to build that list more concretely. Step 5. Determine whether you want to hire internally or use consultant/freelance help. If you want to know how to find a web developer for startup, this is one of the key questions you have to answer. There are many factors you need to consider when you are determining how to find software developer for startup projects. Step 6. Determine if you want to manage your developers directly or indirectly. While consulting firms are great at helping find web developers for startups, they're not created equal. Rates can vary by 50% or more, depending on the area of the world where the firm resides. And they often have very different ways of handling their client relations and daily work. Step 7. Conduct a thorough interview. Now that you know how to find developers for startup projects, the key is to choose the right one from the candidates presented. That can be trickier than it might appear at first glance. If you're fortunate, you'll have more options than you need presented before you. Step 8. Negotiate a trial period. Now that you know how to find app developer for startup teams, and you found a developer you'd like to work with, negotiate a trial period, if you can. Not every developer is a perfect match, and it makes sense to reverse course if the talent you've hired isn't the right fit. The all-in-one solution. Is there an ideal, all-in-one solution that allows you to find web developers for startups and fit them seamlessly into your project? Honestly, it depends on your existing resources, budgetary, management, and time. But the short answer to the question is yes. Flexible. Able to scale up or scale down, depending on your surge capacity needs. This is a difficult feat for an internal hire. But individual and consulting firm talent should be able to provide you with this. Make sure your contract allows you the ability to make changes and change course if your needs change. Affordable. When clients look for advice on how to find software developer for startup companies, this is often their first concern. We get it. Fortunately, options abound. Offshoring your development can save you as much as 50% over talent. Capable. Expertise is the name of the game. When you search for how to find web developer for startup, your developers should be as close a match as possible to the technical specifications for your project. Manageable. Choose developer staff that loves to collaborate and expects to be treated like a member of your team. This is how you'll get the most done. Benefits of hiring offshore software developers. When it comes to hiring software developers for startup, we may be a little biased, but at ProCoders, we believe there are very distinct advantages that offshore IT developers can offer you, namely scalability. While consultants can be found in every country, in Ukraine, IT consulting is one of our fastest growing industries and a major driver of GDP. Quality programming on the cheap. We mean it when we say, programmers in Ukraine and other low cost of living countries can provide you with world-class development for about half what consultants might cost you elsewhere. Round-the-clock service. While our staff doesn't work 24 hours a day, it can seem like your development never sleeps. When your staff is ending for the day, our staff is just getting started. International perspective. If your entire development team is based in the same country, or even the same state, are you really getting a world-class development experience? Conclusion. There's a lot to the business of how to find a developer partner for a startup, and ProCoders can help you understand all the angles. After all, when you've done your homework at the beginning of a job, you're far more likely to get the right developers matched to you quickly. Subscribe our channel and read more about how to find and hire developers for startup at ProCoders blog.